Alright guys, welcome to SortaOkay Reviews. Now, this is later in the day. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to wake up this morning and get the reactions out a little bit earlier. Had a long week, so I decided to rest up a little bit. But, I'm excited. Because now we've got My Hero Chapter 291. And last week's chapter was really good. And I've been hearing from people, like, spoilers are so hard to avoid with these next couple of chapters. Like, I saw this chapter trending early, and I already feel like we're gonna get stuff with Toyo's backstory or Dabi's backstory and what led him to become Dabi. So I'm excited. My Hero's been killing it lately. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. So we've got chapter 291. Thanks for going strong. My Hero Academia by Hirokoshi, translated by Caleb Cook. And right off the bat, we got a picture of young Toya. The winds of winter howled that day, and the air was dry. In the past, I used to train up on Siko Peak, and it was there that Toya burned to death. They say the fire burned over 2,000 degrees Celsius. It sounds like Florida. The body was never found. His bones were reduced to ash, and the blazes' updraft scattered them to the wind. Ooh. From only a fragment of his lower jawbone was found. What? Oh my gosh. And yet, at the time, I kept what was going... Oh, okay, so we're cutting back to a little bit. What was going on with your hair, Toya? Huh? It's turning white. No way. I ain't some old man. Did you dye it? My eldest Toya didn't harbor frost within him. Who, me? No way. Aw, they actually look like they're kind of happy. But forget that. Today's the day you teach me an ultimate move. But the fire he possessed was greater than my own. Well, yeah, blue. Blue is technically hotter than orange or red. He didn't have a way to overcome the inscribable downside of overheating, but I nevertheless sought to raise the boy to be a hero. Meanwhile, I still yearned for a child whose quirk combined fire and ice. My wife wanted more children, saying they could encourage each other. Then Fumiya was my second born. She only inherited Ria's quirk. By the way, I'm not good with names, so I'm trying my best here. Neither child born the ideal quirk I was hoping for, but at the time I was happy all the same. See, that's one thing. I feel like we really, Endeavor was really only bad up for a certain point, but it seems like he was somewhat of a good father at this point. Because Toya had more potential than me, I placed my ambitions on his shoulders. Okay. Ow. I thought it could be you. You could have been the one to reach my internal goal. My frustration, my envy, the ugliness in my heart. You could have been the one to smash it all to dust. Okay, so maybe we're not getting what led to that or what happened yet, maybe? No, Toya is dead. Take back the despicable lies. Nope, I'm clearly alive. And the despicable truth, Dad, because you put a whole agency together of fire and heat type quirks, you didn't even suspect me. Interesting. So, you know, one real quick thing, I wonder, like, I don't know, when we always saw Dabi, like, I know we saw, like, you know, how, like, it was holding the skin. I just always thought maybe that was just over his skin, but now I'm thinking, oh, that's, like, they're legit burnt areas. Like, that, like, ugh. Dabi never spoke a word of this. He kept it hidden from us, but what's up with that? But anyway... Wake the heck up, Shigaraki. Makia needs orders. My word, another quiet bloodline. With quite the bloodline. Oh, he's talking about Dabi. Well, yeah. Don't believe me? I'm happy to donate some blood or a hunk of skin. Go ahead, get a DNA test. we're gonna see Endeavor on Mori next week. That's gonna be the next chapter. Endeavor, that is your son. You are the father. Not that it matters, since the test I ran has already gone public. Ooh, interesting. There is a 99.9% match between the DNA and sample of Endeavor's blood from the battle in Kushina. Still, I'm sure many of you believe that this to be an elaborate hoax, so I'll just have you convinced otherwise. After all that, Endeavor made sure Mom kept having kids. The fourth was someone most of you are familiar with. I think, yes, at long last, little Shota was the successful creation. And even he abused that successful creation. I've seen him do it many times. Oh, God. Oh, no. The other brothers and sisters. Well, the Natsu's seeing it live on his phone, and then she's teaching it, looks like, and she's about to get told. Endeavor doesn't have an empathetic bone in his body. At his core, he's addicted to the limelight and the man who wallows in his own self-mindless and self-importance. Is that the sort of person you should call himself a hero? Oh, shoot. We get the guy from when he was fighting the Nomu. The guy that actually looks kind of like Natsu. Like, from Fairy Tail. He's lying. He's believing in him again. He's lying. He's gotta be. Who'd ever believe this junk? People ain't gonna lose faith in a hero over this. We're not that freaking stupid. I mean, that's true. I mean, you know, especially what's going on nowadays in the world. Like, everyone, if you see it on the TV, you know, your first thought, oh, it's got to be real. But no, a lot of things are played differently. But in this case, you know, those who keep company with Endeavor are no different. Take Hawks, the number 2 hero. What? I still gotta protect their happiness. The others are waiting for you. Yeah, okay. That crying villain who's trying to run away, I did my best to protect him, but Hawk skewered this guy without the slightest hesitation. Oh, shoot, was he recording him? Dang, so Dabi actually could have Dabi is actually not as good. Because it looks like he was recording twice, being killed, and could have easily stopped Hawks at any point, but probably wanted to show him killing twice. Perfectly spliced and edited even on the fly. Bow down to my skills. See, look, I love how they're using today, like, he's using some of today's things. Like, anything can be projected and anything can be manipulated to look bad on whoever you want to look bad on. Because, I mean, while twice maybe, you could argue easily he shouldn't have probably died, but he was dangerous. He was extremely dangerous. To you and your camera, for that prime footage, no reason not to use that. We got it, right? This is my present to you, Endeavor. See? I did some digging into that Hawks and that filthy spy. Hawks, ooh, he's probably wondering how he is. In order to curry flavor with us, Hawks even killed a hero, the number 3 hero, in fact, who was recuperating. He killed Best Genus. What? Did he, though? Because I'm pretty sure, even though he was undercover, he probably didn't kill him. Carrying out that... I'll tell you what, Hirikoshi, if you've read the other chapters, of course, which I don't know why you wouldn't have, he is just, like, streamlining these heroes to get out for the new era. Carry out that murderer. Didn't ruffle his feathers in the slightest, since violence is already so engaged in his lifestyle. And it's really no wonder, since his own father was a serial robber and a villain. Which is exactly why Hawk's battleground and real name was kept secret. Oh, background and was kept... Oh, okay. Oh! So, Hawks, his father was probably a big-time villain, I'm guessing. And that's why they didn't want to maybe show his real name, because they could have gone after him or looked at him different, maybe. It was Endeavor who captured his father, actually. Oh! Maybe it was that connection and some twist of fate that brought these men together. I couldn't let that stand. These twisted people with their skeletons in their closets, they cover it all up with masks of justice. But they don't stop there. They call themselves heroes and keep fooling everyone. I just want everyone to stop and think. The only ones these heroes protect are themselves. With all that ugliness inside, they give you people them protection, approval, and admiration. This speech, if like this whole part in the anime, if done right, is gonna look and be so great. Endeavor is just speechless. Midoriya's, everybody's just like, they're speechless. Can't you see, kid? This is bad news. By speaking out, he's already won. Whether he's lying or not, that's a question for later. He might be a villain, but people gonna lose their faith over this. I hate to say it, but me too, I'm sorry. Especially with all this damage and destruction. Anyone witnessing all this would have to be stupid not to lose faith, right? Thanks for going strong up until now, Endeavor. At the time, I kept searching for you. Oh. My gosh, he is... I mean, this man was already, like, he was really doing a good job at trying to just make his atonement for things. Like, not be liked and loved, but just atone. And, I mean, this is just the crushing blow. Father, here he comes. I didn't believe you were dead. Protect Midoriya and the others, Hato. And I will fight. Get moving. You gotta protect them. Come on. Worry about the rest later. Yeah, he's like, Dad, like, forget about this. We don't care. Like, protect right now. Flash, fire, fist. Prominence. Ooh, is he gonna use Prominence Burn? Boom. Wires from the sky? What? Oh, is this Midoriya? No. Oh, Best Genius! See, I knew he wasn't killed. I knew that he probably had to include him in the loop then. Wires from the sky. Bam. Apologies for the delay. As of today, Best Genius is back on duty. Wow, this is cool. Because, you know, we always wondered, you know, he was number 3, if I'm remembering correctly. He was number 3. And, I mean, you had All Might, Endeavor, and then him. I mean, this guy has to be powerful. And I like how Horikoshi brings some of these characters that, you know, some might just forget about, throw aside, but he's bringing them back in the story and in a good way. I feel like, okay, so Dabi did the big blow to Endeavor and Hawks, but Best Genius is gonna be like, nope, he made you think that he killed me, but he didn't kill me. He's not that bad of a guy. Like I said, I mean, I could go into a whole nother video explaining or trying to see their sides and everything. But Best Genius is back. I was not expecting that. I thought we were going to maybe get, like, you know, the Endeavor Dabi fight. And 2, we still haven't. Wow. I wish we would have found out what happened to Dabi on that day. Like, I was kind of I wouldn't mind if we just cut away and focused on that. Because I want to know, like, what, you know, Endeavor, yeah, bad guy, but what, did he do it, or was it himself? Like, did he just see the way he was treated and decided to do something and set this whole thing up, or what happened on that day? But Endeavor is probably out. I mean, he's speechless. He's petrified because he doesn't know what to say. I mean, his reputation's pretty hurt right now, and I mean, Hawks is not that great. But like I said, I think that this is solidifying that. I mean, besides Gran Torino, I don't think Endeavor's gonna make it out of this one alive. I just don't see that. Like, especially with, there needs to be now that force for Shoto, because if they just make it out like, oh yeah, he's his brother, but if Dabi kills Endeavor, like that just brings Dabi up, and then that gives Shoto motivation for the future. But it looks like we're gonna be getting some explanation with Best Jeanist next week, so it seems like this arc has still got a couple more chapters. So, but that's gonna do it for me today, guys. Great chapter. Love the chapter. I want to read more. I want more. But I heard next week we actually are going to get a break. So we probably won't have a reaction next week. But let me know what you guys think about this chapter. And let me know where you guys think it's going. Do you think it's going to be a Dabi versus Best Jeanist? Do you think we're going to get some explanation of what happened with him next chapter? But leave a comment down below. Remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.